Hello and welcome to the Cricky Kudos. I'm Monk, and today, yes, we are in Empire Sin. We are recording episode 13, I believe. We are going to be hitting up some missions within this. That's kind of like what I'm looking at doing, at least, you know, trying to tick off a few of the smaller missions, trying to get some money. What we've gone ahead and done is we have fired the majority of the gangsters that we already had. Of course, we now have quite a lot of land. We have quite a lot of precincts, and we have, you know, our own neighborhood and stuff like that. So I've gone ahead and fired a lot of the gangsters, a lot of the expensive gangsters. I've kept a small amount just in case some of these missions end up having a fight. I figure we should be able to handle it. We're not going to handle any of the bigger missions in this episode. I think we're going to need better guards for that. Auto resume is a good thing for us to touch on the subject of really quickly. Auto resume or auto battling is something that was broken beforehand. If it said you had a 70% chance of winning, you were probably dead and doomed. Nowadays, if it says you have a 70% chance of winning, you actually have that 70% chance. So you have, you know, better than odds on that you're actually going to win those battles. And because, of course, if you have a medic with you when you are injured, you auto heal now as well. It just means that those battles can be done a lot quicker, which is obviously quite nice. Now that is, of course, whether that is you, your boss, doing those auto battles when you go into rackets, which it could be difficult depending on what type of racket you're fighting in, or of course when your rackets are being attacked. So often or not, your racket's going to get under attack so often. Beforehand, you pretty much lost every battle if you didn't fight it yourself. Nowadays, with the auto battles, with the fixes that have come in, it's a lot better. You can trust it to the extent of the percentage that it says. So don't avoid it. Definitely use it. I would still save periodically and often, but it's a patch note that I don't remember or recall reading out when the update initially happened. That's now been fixed. And I spoke with the dev, and that's something they told me that they absolutely did work on, which is quite cool. Like I said, we're just going to be working on a few missions. We just got cunning from that mission, which is quite cool, as a little reward. I wonder what else we could have got instead of. I was tempted to get rid of Bruno. I didn't get rid of Bruno. The reason I didn't get rid of Bruno is because he wasn't actually in the Black Book. So if I do end up getting rid of him being a higher paid gangster, it does mean that we're going to have to go around finding him. And that could be difficult because I cannot remember what neighborhood I actually found him in. If anyone remembers, let me know down in the comments. That way I can kind of remember for next time. But Bruno is a really good gangster. He is expensive, but ultimately I wanted some money, which is why I fired everyone else. So it's actually an old thing that we used to do in order, you know, you get kind of your first neighborhood, you can fight all your gangsters and essentially just sit back. And yes, it is kind of an exploit, but it's definitely not going to be one that's going to be necessarily fixed very easily, because the way the game works is that you can essentially acquire land, but they can never get that land off you. They can't ever hit your depots. They can't ever take a depot off you. They can never hit your safe house as well. And because of that, it works rather well in a sense that you can just fire your gangsters and essentially sit back and allow money to tick over, which is what we're going to do because I need better gangsters. I haven't found any armor, so I'm going to be getting it essentially from the Black Book. I am told that if we wait a period of time, the shop does get a lot better. I understand that the police shop as well also gets very good as well, but it does take years in your gameplay to start. I think the good stuff starts coming in around year 5. You can get things earlier than that if you're lucky, but you are talking about a long time of waiting, and of course that's a bit boring. So we're going to go ahead and try and get some money and buy some members of the Black Book, so that way they've got the bigger, better gear, and hopefully we can push through some of these rackets a little bit faster. Now, we were just very lucky. If we have a little look-see, Sylvia actually just got Hair Trigger. Hair Trigger is one of the most powerful perks in the game, in a sense that if one of our gangsters or herself gets rather injured, she then can pretty much unload a clip into anyone which way they want. In fact, they can use almost any of their abilities, so it's really, really powerful. And of course, with everyone being so much stronger these days, that's also another good reason to grab it if you get a chance. Oh, we've got no shot of winning that battle. Auto-resolve. Okay, you know what? Auto-resolve may be broken. You know how I said it had been fixed? It might have been broken. That was pretty weird. Pretty weird. And we did get some body armor though, so that mission's fine. That's quite funny. Here I am talking about percentages. We had 29% chance of winning that battle. I mean, sure, we still had a percentage chance, but it seems highly unlikely. Well, I'm gonna like that if they can't beat the in the auto. To be fair, we're gonna put on the pocket watch. We do like the pocket watch. What trinket? Yes. Bruno has the pocket watch. That's going to be amazing for his melee abilities. Absolutely amazing. Just need to level him up to get the... There's a perk that adds extra damage for every step you take. So, of course, you know, the further he's able to walk with that melee attack, that's going to be really good. But he does need a few more kills in order to unlock that perk. Brewery's leveling up nicely. We are trying to get a few little things ticking over when it comes to our rackets, you know, in leveling them up to level 2, level 3. You're going to earn a lot of money from your rackets by doing that. Dirty laundry. I don't remember this mission. I know it's one of the little missions, but I don't necessarily remember it very well. Can't remember what options give you what, to be fair.
I'm on it.
Got it. I'm on it.
How's it going?
I think it's the Irish mob we're kind of like doing something with at the moment. Northern side mob. Traitors make me sick. Now we'll do it. Send them all. Sabotage Brewery. Oh, Sabotage Brewery is going to be poison. I bet I don't have any poison. I appreciate your lack of loyalty. Is that Tommy Biscuits? Not one of my gangsters. Not a very good gangster, to be fair.
Let's do this.
Got another skill unlocking there, which is very cool. None of them particularly awesome. 400 days is a long damn time. But we are earning a decent amount of money at the moment. Where is this mission? Yeah, Northern Side Mob. It is a minute away. Luckily, there's a taxi around the corner.
Consider it done.
Who the hell are you? See if we can actually do this. Interact. Request to sit down. I'm sure you do want to request to sit down, mate. Like, why are you in my brewery? I'm not interested. 10 barrels of poison. You do not have enough poison. Well, I didn't see that coming. That's problematic. Okay, so we're gonna have to set to buy some poison. I don't think you can buy poison. I think we're gonna have to make poison in our breweries. It's kind of annoying though. Maybe if we do it in our safe house, that might be a good way to do it. Oh, someone's declared war. Just click the box at the bottom, and now that will just turn over poison as we go through. We'll just have to do some running about.
Got it.
Old school crate. Let's see if we get anything good. The lowest of the low. There used to be some really good stuff in those crates back in the day. Pistol, just a pistol. I swear you used to be able to get, if I remember right from the very beginning, you used to be able to get bonuses you could pick up as well from those crates. Get to work on our last ability, Wall Breaker. I'm kind of thinking Cluster Grenade. I think that might be useful. Grenades, explosives, at the moment, seem to be something that are very, very useful. So whether you have it on your gangsters, whether you have it on a demolition expert, whatever, I think that it might be something well worth looking into. Black Market has refreshed. We got the training combat module. We got some green bloody body armor, which is next to useless. We'll buy it because we don't have enough blues, but if we're running 10 gangsters, I don't think we have enough greens, to be fair. See if we can buy any poison. I don't think we can. Can we do anything else while we're waiting on the poison? Don't think so. Always lose Little Italy. At least I remembered what neighbourhood was actually my neighbourhood for a change. I hate those little trade messages always pop up. They're always so annoying. I think maybe we'll get our main brewery to tick over as well, because I swear it's been a week. We didn't get any poison the first week from the first safe house. It did say we didn't have any when we went to go trade. So we'll make sure that you've got the other brewery producing poison as well, and we just flip it back afterwards. Deal with the devil. Word's getting out there. Oh, naughty, naughty. Seems quite imminent that we're going to be getting a next update for this game as well. I believe that the Steam players can already play the beta for the latest update, and I believe the update is being, tried to be certificated soon, from what I heard last. So hopefully we do get this final update, because it's meant to be quite a big one. We've had a few reports of what's going to happen in that next update, which do look quite interesting. Another requested sit down. I also think one of the other bosses, maybe a couple of the bosses, are going to be getting the ambidextrous, so you can use like multiple weapons, which is going to be really cool. It means you're not just limited to Robin. I really do hope that people enjoy the next update. I know there's a lot of fixes and stuff like that happening, so I think the dev team done a good job, to be honest with you, in delivering this. Must have been difficult to jump into a game that they've not worked with before, jump into a genre, from what I understand, that they just don't typically do as well, and try and make heads and tails, of what it is they're supposed to be delivering. So big well done to them. I think most of the community are very happy with what they received.
I'm on it.
Let's see if we can go poison the brewery. We should have the poison now, so we're getting a lot of money as well. Look at that ticking over as time goes by.
Got it.
Problem is, if you waste too much time, every single racket ends up being 5-star, which is difficult to push, especially with this new update of everything being so much harder now.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
See if it lets us do this now. And there we go, mission complete. We get some more notoriety. Oh, nice. We got a nice boost to a couple of things actually there. That was pretty cool.
Got it.
I think that's one of the best missions we've had actually. We got a percentage boost to income on a couple of our rackets, which is massive. Absolutely massive. We are still at war at the moment with old Mabel, but I know that pushing her safe house is going to be problematic. So if I'm going to do it, I want to do it with a bigger, better team. And unfortunately, we just didn't have access to the kind of cash that we needed in order to do that. You know, we were still running with level 1 gangsters. Problematic. I think we control 2 neighborhoods right now as well. So when you're running with level 1 gangsters, that's not really going to work. Bad math.
I'm on it.
I'm on it, boss.
It's so nice to see these missions working so smoothly, though. I'm understood that the chasing the money mission that you would typically do after completing your main boss's storyline, that one's still broken, so I'm told. So for anyone that is trying to plow through missions, maybe avoid that. I've been told by a few different people that that's just not working at the moment. But I think it came in the last DLC. So I think it could be one of the things that does get fixed with this next update that should be hitting consoles soon. Then there must be another way. And no way I'll just get another brewery. So I think they want me to start a war with the northern side mob, which doesn't surprise me. However, I'm already in a war. Yeah, I'm 90% sure. So they want me to take over a racket, but I think that racket they want me to take over belongs to the northern side mob. So instead of doing that, I think we're going to go ahead and just convert a brewery. Now, back in the day, before the last big update that we ever got, you could take over individual rackets. So this mission used to work very well because you could literally target a racket, take it over in your kushti. Now, of course, you have to take over entire precincts. This is kind of a call to war mission. And not necessarily an easy mission as well, especially if we don't have anything anywhere near them. We'd have to just plow through a ton of precincts. But so I think we're going to take the second option on this one. So we're going to destroy and demo one of our current rackets. It will take a minute. But then when it's back up and running, as in when it has been demoed, we can then turn it into a brewery like they wanted. I think that sounds like a good plan. There's lots of little missions around the area that we can do, which is quite cool. Time's almost... I never agreed to a bloody sit down with you anyway, at least I don't think I did. A truce requested. I think she must be at war with someone else, that's why. Because we haven't hit her, she hasn't really hit us. I think actually when we had that auto battle and she had a squad, a hit squad, there was what, 5-6 people, maybe 7 attack us. When she lost that hit squad, I think that was her budget done, so she had to recoup her money, the way the game works, I believe, and I don't think she's managed to do that. So I think that hurt her quite a lot, and I think she must be at war with someone else. $4,000. Make a brewery, any brewery, doesn't matter. I never name them, honestly. Never name them, very rarely. There we go. Make your brewery. Now all we have to do is return to this guy and we are all done. Another mission in the bag. And we're earning 13 grand a week as well. We've managed to collect a decent amount of money in the bank so far. So this episode's been really, really well. I think what I might do is do a bit of a time jump from this episode to the next episode, and continue this, because you just watch me sit back, collect money. It's not going to be very exciting. We did get over 800 notoriety then, though, which is quite cool. And a production, okay. Another bloody, just go away. Okay, cool. So more notoriety is always good. I was expecting for something a little bit better on that mission. But yeah, so I think what we might do is do a bit of a time jump from this episode to the next episode. Just so that way we can make sure that I have the money that I need in order to, you know, continue with the game, hopefully towards the end game. I think what we're doing right now is going to work really, really well. What I might do is invest that money, maybe in a large loan shark. I think would be absolutely worthwhile doing. Maybe popping up a couple more upgrades in my main kind of like Little Italy area, just so we have a decent income. And then of course we'll be able to go shopping and buy some of the best gangsters in the game. Of course, the ones with decent body armor. And hey, fingers crossed, if we waste a little bit of time, the shop will reset, we get lucky, something decent will be in there as well. I think that's a good way of doing it. There we go, we can upgrade everything, everything, and everything. Dear sir, we need to speak with you. I have a proposal to make. I'm offering 15% cut of profits from the High Rollers night. Leadership, we can make it 30%. I think that's probably successful. Nice. Good, my guards will be on standby. And the casino is yours. Okay. Hopefully it's a decent amount of money. We got some more notoriety there as well, so that's cool.
I'm on it.
Current active mission is to kill Mabel. We do actually need to kill her as well, because I'm pretty sure that is a hit that we have. Yeah, the big hit. So we're supposed to get 15 grand for that. So if she dies by any other means, we'll fail the mission and not get the money, which is a bit annoying. However, we are making almost 15 grand a week. So not as if we actually necessarily need it. We've got 7 days until the shop resets.
Hey, knock it off.
And your sit down time has timed out. What a joke. Guys, I think I'm going to end this episode here. I know it's been a bit lackluster, not exactly any explosives going on. In fact, we've had a very nice, peaceful, pacifist run. We've had a little death here and there, but it's been quite a peaceful one. We've been doing the missions, doing successful, important notes, auto battles work, missions now seem to work as well. Of course, if you do have any broken missions, it's probably boss related. And in which case we have to just cross our fingers and hope that the next update does fix some of that. I don't think they're going to be able to fix all the missions, but hopefully they fix enough for us to actually be able to confidently dive into a fair few like we have been over the last few episodes. But guys, I think I'm just going to go see what this little mission up here is, and then we are going to end it around here. Let's see what he wants to say. You have something you might want to know. Is that so, friend? Seems your rival is going to welcome. Oh, it's going to be a fug battle, isn't it?
All right then.
Yeah, it's just a little frog battle. That's a bit mean. But guys, I'm going to end this episode right here. I will see you next time. I've been a monk, and you guys take it easy. Thank you for watching.
Knock him around. Hot damn.